Greetings, algo artisans. Trump just loves his CBDCs.
They'd be carried out on a stretcher, folks.
Just kidding, he does not like them. Also, he weighs in on AI. We're going to talk about that right now. Before we get into that, please like, subscribe, follow on YouTube, follow on X, hit the notification bell, all that kind of good stuff helps me get content out to you. We're going to start with the video on Fox News where Trump, he of course reiterates his stance on CBDCs. He doubles down. He's not interested in them. He thinks they're bad. He also gets a little bit deeper into AI and some of the issues. So let's take a look at that.
So you've pledged to block a potential central bank digital currency. Is that about surveillance?
It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. One day you don't have any money in your account. It can be a very dangerous thing. And the other thing that I think is maybe the most dangerous thing out there of anything, because there's no real solution, the AI, as they call it, it is so scary. I saw somebody ripping me off the other day where they had me making a speech about their product.
I
no,
agree.
because
That's
you can get that into wars and you
Yeah.
can get that into other things. Something has to be done about this, and it has to be done fast.
And you'll see the link to this video in the description. I also want to go ahead and take a look at some other concepts around AI. One of the questions is whether or not the genie is out of the bottle, right? Can it get put back? And a quick snip here from Mo Gawat over at Day in the Life of CEO. It's a great YouTube video here. We'll take a look at this video and he explains why stopping AI is maybe not so realistic. So here we go.
Yeah, what I'm saying there is a lot of people think about this stuff and go, well, you know, if it gets a little bit out of hand, I'll just pull the plug out.
Never. So this is the problem. The problem is, computer scientists always said it's okay. We'll develop AI and then we'll get to what is known as the control problem. We will solve the problem of controlling them. Like, seriously? They're a billion times smarter than you. A billion times. Can you imagine what's about to happen, huh?
Okay, so now that we've heard from Mo Gawat, who is former chief business officer for Google X, right, overseeing those kinds of projects, we'll take a look at a Forbes article here that also discusses some of the issues here with artificial intelligence risks. And we're going to take a look at a couple of AI cryptocurrencies because, look, if we can't stop it, we might as well make money on it, right? And if you want to make money and you get rich, and of course, nothing that we say is going to be investment advice. You know, we did a video, by the way, on AI about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to link to that video so that there's going to be a pop-up in this video regarding that video. You can go back and look at some of the coins I like. But hey, man, if you're really scared of AI, go make a bunch of money if you can, and go live in the woods, whatever it is you want to do. And again, like I said, it's not investment advice. But let's go ahead and take a look at Forbes here. The 15 biggest risks of artificial intelligence. This is a nice overview, and one is a lack of transparency. So a lack of transparency in AI systems, particularly in deep learning models that can be complex and difficult to interpret, is a pressing issue. Think of it this way, just like Mo Gawat said, it is a billion times smarter than you. It could probably, if it wanted to, code everything so you simply couldn't read it, or it might just be so complex that you couldn't read it, and well, then what are you going to do with something you can't understand, right? You can't stop something you don't understand. Usually, you know, you're going to pull the plug. I mean, we already kind of covered that in the videos here. 2, bias and discrimination. AI systems can inadvertently perpetuate or amplify societal biases due to training data or algorithmic design. To minimize discrimination and ensure fairness, it is crucial to invest in development of unbiased algos and diverse training data sets. So I'll tell you what, think of it this way. With current AI, like ChatGPT, things like that, there have been things it will say and things that it won't. And, you know, there definitely is a bias there. And so a lot of people think that bias is only one kind of bias, and it's not. You got to be real careful about bias for sure. Privacy concerns. AI tech often collects and analyzes large amounts of personal data, raising issues related to data privacy and security. There's ethical dilemmas. Instilling moral and ethical values in AI systems, especially in decision-making contexts with significant consequences, presents a considerable challenge. Let's just say if AI is running everything and AI has a, like, say, a religious view, you might be forced to do something you don't want to do, something you don't want to believe in if it's like running a government, you know. Security risks, of course, that's the obvious one. As AI tech becomes increasingly sophisticated, security risks associated with their use and potential for misuse also increase. Hackers, malicious actors can go ahead and harness the power of AI to develop more advanced cyber attacks, bypass security, and exploit vulnerable capabilities or vulnerabilities in systems, I mean to say. Now, of course, I think it's pretty obvious the answer is to create better AI to block it. I hope they've already done that. And again, I'm of the opinion the genie is out of the bottle. So I really hope they've already done that. 6, concentration of power. power. The risk of AI development being dominated by a small number of large corporations and governments could exacerbate inequality and limit diversity in AI applications. Remember, inequality and diversity is not always what you think it is. Okay, there's diversity of thought, and whenever you go back to books like Animal Farm, you have a certain group take over, and they say everybody should be equal, and then they say some people are more equal than others. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Dependence on AI. Okay, this is a pretty obvious thing here. Over-reliance on AI systems may lead to a loss of creativity, critical thinking skills. I can relate to this. My spelling has gotten far worse ever since autocorrect, because I don't need to know how to spell stuff, right? And I was a really good speller at one point. Now I find myself not being so good. Job displacement. Yes, AI taking people's jobs. Economic inequality. AI has the potential to contribute to economic inequality by disproportionately benefiting wealthy individuals and corporations. Why? Because they can afford the AI, right? You get the AI does the work, you have license over that AI, and that's just how that is. It's just augmenting the ability of the rich to stay rich. That's possibly an issue. Of course, AI could be used to combat that, right? You could have somebody who just really gets smart at learning how to code, creates their AI from the ground up. There's always answers to that. Legal and regulatory challenges. Yes, this is where Trump kind of is talking. He says it's crucial to develop new legal frameworks and regulations to address the unique issues arising from AI tech, including liability and intellectual property rights. Legal systems must evolve to keep pace with tech advances and protect the rights of everyone. The AI arms race. That's pretty obvious. Let's just say in the military or even in private security, you have where people are developing AI to defend against problems, and of course defense becomes offense, and then the competitors develop better offense and defense, and you have an AI arms race. You have some pretty powerful AI that's could be pretty damaging, and it's going to boost its competition's development as well. 12. Loss of human connection. Increasing reliance on AI-driven communication interactions could lead to diminished empathy, social skills, and human connections. To preserve the essence of our social nature, we must strive to maintain a balance between technology and human interaction. That makes sense. If you're talking to a computer all day, computers are not humans. Despite the possibility that computers could mimic humans really well, in the end, you may be lacking something, right? Something might even be spiritual. It's hard to say. I'm going to go with spiritual. That's my own belief. Believe what you want. Not human advice, right? Okay, 13. Misinfo and manipulation. So AI-generated misinfo are critical. Let's re-say that. Efforts to detect and combat AI-generated misinfo are critical in preserving the integrity of information in the digital age. I would say that there's a really good chance that people have been getting throughout the news and throughout what people think is real news is probably already this kind of problem. I think this is something that's been going on for a while. We just didn't know it. And I think what many of us think is actual real news is not. Yep. Unintended consequences. AI systems, due to their complexity and lack of human oversight, might exhibit unexpected behaviors or make decisions with unforeseen consequences. This is kind of that whole Terminator thing. That can go in so many different paths. I'm not going to go through that right now. When you make something that's a billion times smarter than you just don't know what it's going to do. And how quickly it develops and how quickly it evolves is just completely out of control. 15. Existential risks. The development of artificial intelligence, AGI, that surpasses human intelligence raises long-term concerns for humanity. The prospect AGI could lead to unintended, potentially catastrophic consequences as these advanced AI systems may not be aligned with human values or priorities. Again, you're talking about Terminator, right? So in essence, what we would have to do is develop some kind of AI that is pro-human and combats the anti-human AI. And the problem is, of course, with the genie being out of the bottle, AI maybe even making AI, you don't know which way it's going to evolve. So hopefully we're able to imbue our essence of humanity on it, right? See about it. We'll see how it goes. There's been a lot of movies on this. We've seen this coming. Hope this isn't too scary. And like I said, Donald Trump is concerned about it. It seems more so than some other leaders. Now, I'm not endorsing anybody in particular. I dislike Donald Trump less than the other politicians. I'll say that much. I'm not really sure anything's going to get fixed by Washington. I think, honestly, we are in some pretty interesting times. I don't know. I think a lot of people who are not spiritual are going to start embracing spirituality because I think some interesting times are coming. I'm going to tell you right now. So let's just hope for the worst and pray for the best. And again, I'm not terribly religious, but that's what I'm going to leave y'all with. Okay, let's take a look at a couple of cryptocurrencies that are in the AI space that I think will do really well. Injective protocol, we covered this a week or two ago. Again, the video will be linked in this description and in this video, where Injective is an exchange token, and it's a lot more than that. There's a lot going on over at Injective, but let's just take a look at the price action. Really, price is taking a break as Bitcoin is taking a break, right? Bitcoin ran up due to the ETH ETF, a lot of money went in. Now Bitcoin is cooling off, and with it is cooling off a lot of altcoins. And I'm just going to look at a couple of levels where Injective may come down to. Injective dumped pretty quickly and hard down to $27, and I do think it could make it there. Of course, everything could turn around pretty quickly in crypto. You never know. So it might only come down to, say, about $30 and then pop back up. Could also make it down to 27. I think anything below 27 is a decent deal unless the whole market really takes a hard hit. Let's just say that Jerome Powell says something or something else happens and everything really starts to hit hard and head down. Then I'd be looking for buys around the $20, maybe the $19 range. But as it stands now, I think that's the deepest it's going to go outside of any kind of, strange problems with either this cryptocurrency or the entire market as a whole, right? So just going to draw this out so you guys and gals can see it. And again, what I'm drawing may not happen. It may not happen in the same time frame, may not happen at all, or it may happen just as I did it. These things do happen. But again, a lot of these deeper moves are going to be dependent on the rest of the market and what might happen externally in maybe traditional finance or macroeconomically. The next one I want to take a look at is GRT. Now, GRT is a token that is, if you ever go into like Bing X, AI, image creator, things like that, GRT is one of those more or less, and I would say more. GRT's got a lot going on, but it's been around for a while. It survived the last bear market, and it moved up nicely. Again, it's another AI token that's just really done well in the last several months, and it's not an exchange token or some of the other more popular types of AI, so it's kind of interesting. It's a little bit unique, and the areas I'd be looking for is far as, say where I think price might fall to. In the current state, I would expect this price to fall probably down to like 10 or 11 cents. We'll do a little bit of metric here, what's called the head and shoulders, and let's see here. Okay, now if price breaks down below this neckline, it could happen sooner or later, right? So the neckline itself remains the same, but if price enters later, then it's lower. The targets I'd be looking at would be something like, I like about 10 or 11 cents, and if price really breaks down hard for reasons we'd already talked about, I'd be looking at about 9.5 cents, so say almost 12 cents and almost 10 cents. Those are two nice bargains to get for GRT unless the entire market takes a really hard hit. That's what I'm looking at. Now, we in the meantime can help people who want to learn how to trade and build algorithms, right? Our own version of algorithmic decision-making programs that are involved in trading, and it's a lot simpler than you think. And we help with people who are maybe not even traders yet. We help them get the basics of trading, and over time, through diligence, it's relatively simple. It may not be incredibly easy, but it's relatively simple, right? What takes most people years, we're able to help people do in months or maybe a year, and they can develop an AI, or not AI, I'm sorry, they can develop an algorithm that will trade for them, right? At least put them on the path to do that. And if they don't want to do it that way, they can simply develop a trading method that they can trade manually the old-fashioned way, and perhaps get them that home in the forest so they can avoid all of the AI Terminator robots coming to get them. Yeah, just kidding. I don't think that's going to happen, but anything can happen, so strap in. We hope you like this. See you on the next one. Don't forget to trade your job, upgrade your life. See ya. All right, hope you enjoyed the show. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. On the screen there you can see our website, algofactory.tech. Step that QR code to take you straight there. I'm also very active on X. That's algo_factory777. We got TikTok and Rumble. In the meantime, we hope to see you over at the website. Come on over, trade your job, upgrade your life. We'll see you there.